Hello everyone and welcome to the ESL Weekly Cup, where my camera has gone weird and wonderful and something is happening. It is just me this evening. I hope you are well. Please tell me if the stream is laggy. Please tell me if the stream audio is being a bit rubbish. But otherwise, we will see you very soon into the game. And yeah, I just got to do something very quickly. I'm running a bit behind here. But yeah, welcome. ESL Weekly Cup, number 91. Nick might drop in at some point in time. Because I believe he's still at work at the moment. So you're going to have to bear with me on that one. Otherwise, we have Celestial Mode versus Ready. Let's just go through this very quickly and naturally double check what they're called. They're called Ready, Aim, Rally Bots versus Celestial Mode. Celestial Mode we saw in the monthly yesterday. So it should be quite nice to see these teams come out. And hello. You can hear clicking. No, you can. Okay, so nice to see you guys. Yes, I know that it's been a while since we've seen a Weekly Cup on stream. A couple of weeks have gone by. But we're going to go into game, and I'm going to start going through these builds for you right now. And I just have to quickly change the settings because I'm doing it this week. So it's on small. There we go. All sorted and ready to go. So we're going to go through Ready, Aim, Rally Bot first. Have a look at the Mesmer over here. Now, probably going to be standard build, going with the PU, with the Sword Torch and the Great Sword, of course. Let's just double check. Yes, he's going for Mirror of Anguish. He's going for... Oh no, he's going for Bountiful Disillusionment over PU, actually. So he's not going for the extra stealth and the boons that come out. Instead, he's going for the extra boons there on the different shatter that he gets. So that's going to be quite an interesting change up. PU very strong as well with the torch, of course, and decoy and stealth that comes out. Otherwise, he's going for the typical build, confounding, master for, yep, decoy as well. So he's going to be very mobile around the map, using that portal, of course, as well. General. He's going to be the engineer on this team. It looks like he's going to be running a similar build to what 5Gauge was running, actually. He's using the same elixirs, but he's actually going for the mortar kits this time round. They're going for the fields that are produced by those, of course. Very useful. Blinding fields, poison, healing and whatnot, and the frost aura that you can get, which actually, you know, decreases the amount of damage you intake, so it makes you a bit more tanky. He's going for Celestial Amulet rather than the Soldiers, and the whole back rune there as well. Rest is pretty standard here. Yeah, aim assisted, rocket, seed rounds. Going for Mecha Legs there, which is the old two traits combined. Otherwise, that's going to be fairly standard. Well, not fairly standard at all. He's going for Celestial, so that's complete rubbish. So you're going to have to bear with me. I've done some crazy casts this week. Yesterday I was in Cologne, and this morning I was in Cologne, and now I'm back, and everything is fine and good. We're going to go through Sir Fearful. Sir Fearful? Looks like he's playing Sharpbow Warrior here, so let's just double check. That is indeed going to be the case. He's running the Settler's Amulet there with the Sword Warhorn and the Longbow there as well. And he's going to be going for that Battle Standard, of course, as well. Next, the Elementalist Celestial Strength Rune there as well. Burning, Blinding, and some general support. We all know what this build is about. We're all feeling it in the Q system at the moment as well. And then finally, we're going to go over to the Shadow Arts Thief as well. Very survivable. Brings out a lot of stealth for his teammates, especially in the resing, repositioning of his members, and also able to do a lot of damage in combination with that Mesmer in that Pain Train combination. I'm going to go over Celestial Mode now. Let's just have a look. Yeah, that's true, actually. I didn't actually spot that. That's a good call. I mean, that's... Getting the Fury there is quite nice, but it's just there's a few different things in this red team that they're actually picking out. So, you know, he's opting to go for a little bit more Fury rather than the HGH, the extra might there. So he's aiming to get the crit chance rather than the actual might. So, you know, I mean, he's still getting the Condi removal, of course, from those elixirs. So, you know, I mean, sometimes it's a little bit of a choice there to be made. I mean, with Celestial, you'd have thought that might would have been a nice option to go for as well. Buffalo. Now, he was playing Bunker Guardian yesterday. He's playing Bunker Guardian today. Then we're going to go over to the... we're going to see the Earth Elementalist as well. Dagger. He's going to be called... What's his name going to be called? He's going to be... Wow, why can't I see that? Matt the Raider. Matt the Raider! High Lord. He's going to be playing the Fire Ally on this team. Celestial, of course, of Holbreck. And we're going to go over to the Engineer. He's going to be playing Soldier's Engineer. Just with the 1 Elixir, doing what Zan did actually on yesterday. Wow, that was yesterday. And just opting for the 1 Elixir and going for the toolkit there. Otherwise, it's fairly standard. But he's going into tools rather than we saw. Let's just double check what the Engineer went over here. Went inventions there. So we're not going to see that on the other Engineer. As he's going explosive alchemy and tools, and he's going for the standard things like kinetic battery and whatnot as well, and the goggles. And we are going to finally go over to the Boyka here, who's going to be running Shadow Arts Thief indeed. So survivable is going for things like improvisation as well as the panic strike. So he's going to be, I mean, there was a lot of damage that was lacking from this team yesterday. Hopefully they'll be able to sustain these fights enough so they can actually get the rezzing they want to get off this time round. But Celestial Mode is the name of this team. And that is what they're about. So I'm going to let these guys know that they can ready up. And we can go. Woohoo! So I hope you're all well. 200 viewers so far. Let's pitch that up a little bit if we possibly can to spread the word. Let everyone know that we are starting the... we're trying to stream these cups again, of course. And yeah. Ta-da! Yes, of course, there is the other Elixir, yes, indeed. You would be right. Sorry, on the, over here. Oh no, my bad. What am I talking about? 2 Elixirs. When I said Elixirs, I meant the other one that would replace Toolkit, sorry. I would just completely, briefly went over the fact that Elixir X is there. Of course, Elixir X is, that's Toss Elixir X is so damn useful. It's going to be good. Different occasions, might be able to save them here and there. Actually, with their rezzing, to be honest, would have been useful yesterday. Can't remember what the comp was because everything's kind of mixing into one at the moment. I've done so many bloody casts, but it's looking pretty good. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what's going to come out from these guys and how well it's going to go. Remember, I'm solo casting as well, which is always a fun time. Just waiting for the teams to ready up, waiting for one more member to come back in. That's going to be the Engineer. Otherwise, are you guys good? How are you today? Nice to let me know how well you're doing in chat. If you're not doing well, then you can either not talk or say that. It's up to you. Go for Cups on Sunday. I didn't actually check to see who won the NA. I'm assuming that was the Abjurd yesterday in the monthly because I was in bed by like 10 because I had to get up at 4. So it's pretty hectic for me at the moment. But yeah, good to see you guys here today. The Boyka. Just go through some of these builds again, have a look at the Engineer while we're waiting. So Mecha Legs there, so he's going for inventions, gives him a little bit more survivability, of course. Then the other option is tools, which is what we mainly see, so you get utility goggles. Analyze to get the vulnerability, could go for that. Could go for the streamlined kits though there as well, but normally, he's gone for kinetic battery, of course. Going to be very useful. This is what the top tier guys are running as well, or a mixture of inventions. There's a couple of different options for Engineer, to be honest, in terms of how you want to survive. He's getting his swiftness over here from this Elixir B, of course, as well. We are going to start this game very soon. Looking good. Chat speed. Yeah, well, chat speed is very immense at the moment. Ta-da. Oh, sorry. I just scored someone a man and it's not. Okay, so we're going to watch Celestial Mode versus Ready Aim Rally Bot. Red team, Ready Aim, going to start the early cross here. We're actually going to see the Warrior, a couple of guys out of stealth here, wondering if blue team are going to just initially come out to these guys. Actually, Buffalo is just going to hit them there as well to break them out of stealth as well, and actually getting a little bit of an attack off themselves, just going into Ghost's perspective as he goes over to the midpoint. Have a look over on the mine as well. We've got 2v1 now in favour of blue team. General comes in as well to offer up some support there. Just going to go into his perspective as he comes in with that mortar kit. A nice amount of fields on the point at present. We've got the Elementalist here as well as the Thief for the blue team currently at the moment. It's going to be very sustained for a red team. Just double checking the amulet that he's using, Celestial as well. So it's going to take a while for these guys to be taken off this point, but Boyka comes in for some nice damage as well as the Mesmer's just got to be a little bit careful here as he goes off point, gets the stealth there as well, and he's able to survive and re-engage onto General Ekelion. Wow, Ekelon, sorry. But then does get caught, unfortunately, and now has to try and get away, using that Shadow Refuge, of course, to make sure he's able to get some stealth there, as well as some survival. But it's very, very sustained over here. They probably need a +1 to try and finish this up, otherwise it's going to take a while. Blue team have picked up a 2-cap here, actually. Celestial in mode, really sustaining the points. Buffalo doing a good job just supporting his teammates over here. Red team finding it difficult to get these kills now. Having a look at the Thief, Char Thief as well. So they're trying to get some focus on one of these targets, trying to have a look at which one's going to be the main focus. Should be Ghost. It is indeed. They are going to come in for the extra damage. Even the Warrior comes in there as well. Just double check exactly what he's using. I thought he was using an axe there. It looked like an axe, but anyways, he comes into the point. We're going to see the Moa coming out onto the red team Warrior there, as we obviously see that Ghost did pull out that Elixir X throw there as well. He's going to have that Elixir X Elite coming back up, and they've been able to sustain across the map and actually pick up all 3 nodes. So Celestial mode being very effective at the moment in their tankability across the map, and now red team probably going to have to push onto one or at least maybe even 3 nodes and try and get these kills, +1ing where they possibly can with their Thief Pusk there. So we are going to see 1v1 here happening over on the Henge as we go back over to mine. This is going to be a very sustained map. It's going to be a very sustained overall fun time. And Nick, if you're listening, just come into yes and join the arena. All the info is in the ESL Skype chat. So, going to go into the perspective of Buffalo. He had a couple of problems yesterday trying to get the resing of his teammates up, but at the moment we haven't really got any points coming in. He hasn't been able to, he hasn't really had to res many times effectively yet, so that's actually been negated. So that's absolutely fine. Mesmer is going to go over to mid. No one from the blue team has popped over to make sure that that's been noticed. We can see the Boyka going on to the point now to make sure that that is going to stay contested, and they're going to stay with the 2-cap there. We'll wonder who's going to win that 1v1. Might stay with that as the fights are so sustained over on the sides, but even High Lord comes over now as well, and the Mesmer is actually going to try and escape himself over towards the mine, hopefully for him, that he's going to be able to back up these guys. Comes out the Blurred Frenzy there as well, as the Boyka tries to get some little damage off just as he gets that stealth, and now Boyka's just kind of, he's just hitting the air really at the moment, as he was actually stealth still. Nice tense combo from the Mesmer there, as we are going to see the Jebro Warrior coming in for some potential support, push over to mid, but they're really feeling it at the moment. They're not able to get around the map, and blue team actually moving quite well since they don't have a Mesmer. Then we need to see the red team try and use this Mesmer a little bit more here, maybe have a sustained fight while they're while there's a potential to 1v1 over on another node, and then really immediately portal up. We can see Puce going into the downstate here as well. Banner comes out for him from Sir, the Jebro Warrior. So successful res there for the red team means they're going to be able to sustain here to a degree, but we can see the Boyka coming in as well as the Elementalist to get a ton of damage onto him, and he's still going to survive here. He's doing okay. If he's got those conditions on him as well, but he's got the Warhorn, nice updraft as well as some nice CC. He's going to put him into the downstate. No one really in a position to try and get the res. Puce is going to risk it. He's going to put him into stealth, of course. That means the Ellie knows that he is in that area, can just AoE cleave, and he's going to get, let's just double check his offensive engines.
Probably interrupting. Hey.
Oh, hello, can you, oh, let me just check this. Sorry, Nick is here. Hello, sorry, my voice activation wasn't on, so I'm gonna. It's on now.
Podcasting, not in the game yet.
Okay, so we're having a look at the blue team. Boyka quite low HPs, is up mid, still trying. They did defend that successfully. We are going to see General Elkilon coming in as well as the Elementalist. Oh Jesus, these names are insane. Kavete. If you can say that name, I will give you £1. Anyway, Matt over here on the Henge node at the moment, quite low HP himself, needs to try and get off point. We've got the Bunker Guardian on node. He doesn't need to be on point, getting so many conditions on him. Buffalo can't do anything about that other than attempt the res here. Does use his elite. He didn't use that yesterday and successfully. Unfortunately, doesn't get the res, but, you know, in better times when he wasn't being highly pressured by 3 members of the opposite teams in 2v3, then they probably would have done a bit better there. Red team are otherwise than the rest of the map because they are outnumbering on that node and now losing some of the fights elsewhere on the map, and we need to see the Engineer really just trying to survive. But 410 points for Celestial mode versus 5 now for the red team. Not able to dent this really sustained tanky team of Celestial Mode. Only just getting some kills now, getting the first cap of the game as well. Trying to get down there in that Shadow Refuge. Not able to. No cleave really as well coming out. Peace not really putting any poison down or anything else. Unfortunately, they will see. But now the blue team aren't able to do anything. They're not going to be able to get this decap very quickly. So at least red team, when they're getting the caps, they can hold them for a little bit of time. But now Sir has gone down indeed. And that's kind of unexpected that happens so quickly. So Peace is going to move over towards mid, try and rotate here in a way that is going to grab them at least a couple of points on a cap. Might be able to get the decap here as he just ports past Euphoria there, High Lord, and able to get that decap there. Very sustained by these guys. Yeah, how are you doing?
I am in the game, but it seems a bit over.
It is, pretty much.
A bit.
Celestial Mode of just like completely tanking the hell out of everything.
Wait, who's where? Sully on blue? Yeah, I kind of need to find my way into
okay.
this.
That's alright. Down comes out into Ghost, never let you up. Red team looks like they may be able to get this down here. They do get their first kill of the game, which is quite good for them. And they're going to be able to potentially pick up another node. But of course, because they left the Henge node open, now they will lose that point indeed. So not able to get many points on the map. And maybe what they need to do in the next map is actually they need to get some coordination with their FIFA and their Mesmer. They need to be more mobile around the map if they possibly can in terms of rotations. But new teams, of course, means that they need to get some experience. And what better way to do it than the ESL Weekly Cup? There is
the place to learn.
No better way, indeed. Okay, so 1-0 at the moment. Good to see.
1-0 for Sully, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the next map in the voting seems to be Fire.
Yes.
Oh, you screwed up with the maps.
No.
It can happen.
It's just the standard rotation they've voted for.
Oh, really? How boring. At least mix it up in the order.
Buffalo. Bless him. I don't remember that bug happening, but anyway. Yeah, so pretty sustained. I mean, yeah, they just want to go for the standard rotation. Maybe it's just the way they practice and it's just easier for them to do. Kylo's like less practice normally, I guess, in a way. And teams feel maybe a bit more confident on those first two maps. Red team now, they really need to pull it together in this game. They need to try and use their Mesmer a little bit more effectively. Let's just double check that he is using Portal. If it's possible at all to do something similar to what TCG might do, actually, you know, where they go over to a point, they initiate a team fight, and there's already a portal over on another node where there's one man. Just portal the whole team over, get the kill quickly, get the decap, and then start winning the fights that way, and continue on from there and rotate around the map. Or rotate even back, sending men back through if you can get the burst off, possibly. It's going to be a good idea if they can actually do that as well.
And we have the shout bow back.
Mm-hmm.
Used in WTS, used everywhere.
But not going for Fear Me here. He's gone for the... he's gone for... oh, Balance Stance instead. There we go. My bad. I was just looking over them and I thought, wow, I haven't seen this for a while, and I got a little bit confused by the icons there. Maybe it's just because I'm
the
knackered.
Settler's Amulet.
Yeah, the Settler's Amulet's a thing.
Instead of the Sally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Settler's Amulet.
Extra
Why not?
toughness.
I mean... Yeah,
burning. Burning.
Honestly, like in this setup, do you really want him for any damage? Nah.
No, don't need him.
The condition damage, I think, is just an added bonus.
Maybe in this setup against this team, they might want him for damage. And also, by the way, I just want to note that these two teams are newer teams to the ESL, and they are in the map, ready to go.
Nice.
That is just excellent. I love it. That's good stuff. I'm casting yeah, no, it's awesome. Casting a little bit earlier today because I've actually got I kind of had the day off, I guess. I was flying this morning, but I was just like, I thought it was going to be three teams, so I thought it was going to be 2 rounds, so I thought I'd start early. But then 5 teams entered like 5 minutes past the hour. They just confirmed some teams, so it got a little bit awkward.
Some things never change.
Indeed. So Nick's going to go over the splits for us in this second map.
Yes, we will. So just to remind myself, on the red side, we have Celestial.
No,
ready. On the blue side, we have Celestial. I was actually looking at it and still screwing it up. On the red side, Ready Aim. Okay, newer team, and with the split we see at least blue's kind of looking for it. We see a very defensive focus on the mid from the red side. Are we going to see far point aggression? At least 2 people going there, so 3-point split at the end. The cap of Waterfall is going to go easy over to the blue team, and a little bit of a fight, of course, already kind of outnumbered on mid, but with those tanky characters they should have the advantage if they manage to clear up the far point fight fairly quickly.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, the red team are in the 1v2 versus the Thief and the Elementalists. I mean, this is not a great rotation for them at all. Blue team outnumbering there as well. The Engineer's got no chance, even versus the Elementalists. He's going to have difficulty. Look, we've seen the portal coming out over onto far, and this is what was going to be quite a good move. Now they're 2v1ing, and Celestial Mode seem a little bit more confident today compared to yesterday, actually.
I mean, after the first map, you can seem a bit confident with that. And the move paid off. The double outer point cap comes out. The 2v1 on the far node played out brilliantly. They got him down and still bleeding out. Oh, he's trying to resurrect himself. That's going to be quickly negated by Euphoria there. And mid is at least looking... Yeah, we saw the Battle Standard coming out there.
Oh, Elixir
down all over the place.
Yeah, Elixir X just popped out there by Ghost, of course, as well. So we're still looking really. They're trying to focus down the Bunker Guardian as well out of anyone at the moment, which I'm not sure that's going to be the best target for them to try and focus. They need to spread the fights across the map, and they're all moving towards mid now. The red team as they respawn here. General is just respawning as well, coming out onto the map as he tries to actually support over on the mid, and they're just going to sustain this. Thief needs to try and get out of there as well, as he's quite low HP. Just going to try and regenerate. No, but he's going to get caught out by Boyka, so good pick up from him there as he does come back into this midpoint to get the kill. We're going to see the res from Sir. Not sure, he's very close to getting himself. We are going to see the down. Unfortunately, not able to get that kill in the end.
2 minutes, well, 2 minutes. 1 minute ago was kind of the point in the game where you wanted to have that complete reset. I don't know if it was really worth hanging on to that midpoint, considering they already lost their Thief, already lost kind of the strong mobility on that team, and are now trying to go into sustain while we already have the Warrior down on one side. He ran and tried to do something on the quarry. Not really to great success and has been chased down. Mid still kept neutral, so some of that sustain working out for them, maybe. Yeah, well, but a bit of it lost also just because the Warrior now went off to the side and died.
Yeah, they've lost a lot of their support. They're still not being that mobile, really, for a team with a Mesmer and a Thief. Like, we're not seeing the Thief really poke his head over towards that quarry node too much, and even now we're going to see the red team Elementalist try and go for it himself, and he's just running. He's literally just running over there, so he's just going to engage a 1v1. So that's going to just be the pure skill of the players, whether or not who's going to win that fight. And actually Thief +1 would be quite nice, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. We're seeing red team trying to get some range here, but they actually get to see Vamp form coming out from Gwen there as the Boyka is really on his case, and he's picking up his targets pretty well compared to probably yesterday, actually, where, you know, maybe they're going up against those high tier guys. It's quite difficult to actually get some. It's difficult, isn't it? I mean, you go up against like TCG Orange Logo, and you're a newer team. It's like the mountain you have to climb. Free cap comes out as well for Celestial Mode here. A really, really strong lead, and they're likely to keep these caps at least for another 100 points, probably.
Yeah, right now Puce went for the aggression. That was, in theory, just escaping another team fight that kind of went away. And now we have the Maul coming out. That was nicely controlled. So Fearful is going to go down in a couple of seconds as well. We don't really see the chase right now. Only the Thief on him. He should be able to sustain that. At least if he gets the assistance from Echelon over there.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be good if he started to walk towards him, actually, so he could maybe pick the Thief up. But he was a bit slow in his movement over towards him. Boyka's going to get that nice port stealth down there as well. And nothing comes out from General, not able to get the res there at all. And Celestial Mode looking very confident, actually, today, to be honest. They're doing a good job. They're able to sustain the map as they are. Even versus a Mesmer Thief, and that's actually quite difficult, you know, and that's kind of the way, if you can sustain the map in that way, and then in a way that it kind of negates that mobility if you're not able to get the damage off fast enough.
Yeah, right now at this point I think we have a bit of different objectives from both of these teams. Like Sally, probably going for the 0-point win here. They're trying to completely negate them. We did see the decap over in the quarry, but and yeah, AIM on their way maybe to a point. maybe a couple of points, just kind of salvaging what is left of this game, like 350 points. They could already be going for that Lord Rush over on the Sally side. We saw a bit of a rotation over to mid. They're giving up on the quarry, and what is happening? The Thief was left behind and went to die, and the entire Sally team except for Euphoria already rotating into mid.
Just like that.
This seems very solid of them. This is control all over the place, and if there's a team where a skill advantage of one, if there's a map where a skill advantage of one team can really show itself, then it's definitely Foulfire.
Yeah, and I mean they've gone for the nice move. They're not giving up. They're using this experience to try and, you know, they're actually in terms of the players, they've got they're rotating their abilities correctly. Like mainly that's what I've seen. Their individual player skills seem fine. It's just like, you know, getting that practice versus teams in the ESL, and that's the way to get to improve and get better. And guys, as well, I was seeing in the chat earlier this evening that, you know, there might be this idea that you have to be a top tier team to be in this tournament. This is just a tournament. It's a tournament for any team. Any team can participate. So if you want to go up against, like, have the possibility of going up against a top tier team just to say you've done it, or even if you just want to compete to just, you know, improve. Like, there's no top tier teams in playing today other than maybe a couple of people from NA, I think. But, you know, nice. Oh, almost the rest coming out there for the red team. Nice cleave coming out from Celestial mode there. Still stealth though, so Fearful might get res here by
one of those famous thief reses. We still have Fubi alive on the side as well. Gets him back up as he walks into the fire. Gets a couple of burnings on there. And I don't think they should really. Oh, the thief for the res. You see the battle standard coming out. That's a nice blast of the past. Haven't seen that in quite a while. He started with WTS. Maybe it's now on a real comeback. It's a bit split up right now. We see again the Thief left behind to find the last bit of the battle. That's normally the Thief should kind of in combination with the Mesmer prepare the situation and lead the charge. Yeah, we see it a bit the other way around.
Makes sense. And 500-0 to Celestial mode there. Good job.
As clean as it gets.
Pretty much. Let me see any points coming across the board. Got some points. I mean, it was, you know, again, you know, that's a hard comp to try and. There weren't many kills coming up from blue. It's all about sustaining the map, keeping it in control, and just able to, you know, get those points slowly across the board. And I don't know what I mean, that game was quite quick because they did have a lot of. The caps a lot of the time, so it wasn't too bad. But you know, we hope to see Ready Aim Rally Bot back soon. And yeah, we are probably going to go into a quick break so we can get the next match underway for you guys. 300 viewers almost as well, so thank you for joining us this evening. Otherwise, are you okay, Nick?
Yeah. Should I not be?
No, I'm just asking you how.
What are you suggesting?
What are you suggesting? Nothing. I'm just asking you if you're well.
I am very well.
Good.
Very well indeed.
Good. Okay, right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break. We have map voting and whatnot, so that's why we're going to go to a break, everyone. So otherwise, we'll see you hopefully in about 5 or 10, depending on whether or not people are ready from other matchups. 5 teams today. If there is 8 teams, we do get gems, but otherwise, you do get llamas if you win a series and you go through to the next round. So you do still get llamas, no matter what, if you do win a series. So those guys picked themselves up a llama today. But otherwise, yeah, see you very soon. We'll go to a quick break. Esports music incoming. See you soon.
Wob wob.
Wob wob. Hello everyone, welcome back to the ESL Weekly Cup. I don't know why it keeps freezing like that, it's very awkward. Puts me in an odd situation. The situation is fine now.
Awkward.
Yeah, really awkward. I'm just wondering if my mic's a bit loud. No, it's okay. That's alright, I'll just push that away a little bit there.
Brilliant.
So, High Five versus Happy Esports Family. So some top tier players over on this side actually. What we'll do is we'll go straight into game because you don't want to just see my face because Nick's not here. So let's go into game.
There shall be no chronic face today.
No chronic face.
Because Jeb is lazy.
A little.
I even shaved. All for you. No, I didn't.
You shaved since Saturday?
What?
That was actually like 5 days ago. So probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in game at the moment. I don't know. It's just a bit that way really today. It's Thursday as well, and I've casted too much this week. It's just like, yeah, I want to cast again. Let's do this. Yeah,
why not?
And it's good, yeah. I mean, we've got a lot of people in chat today. We are top channel on the Guild Wars 2, of course. Back to where we should be. PvP top of the world, of course, as it should be in Guild Wars 2. So let's go over to the red team, have a look at what they're running. Do you want to go through those builds, Nick, quick?
Sure, and I'm going to be quick. First off, we have a Digger, Celestial Elementalist going for fire.
Please say the name, Nick.
Oh, Knackered.
Sorry, wow, my maturity levels. I must be very tired.
Yeah.
Or just acting normal.
Then we have Zulia, who's going to be playing the Mesmer. We have a great sword torch. That's going to be a Berserker Mesmer. Do we see? No, it's no interrupt. It's the nice Mental Anguish build. Then we have Fu. He's going to be playing a Necro. And he's on the Signet build. Kawa will be on a Dagger Pistol. Of course, Shadow Arts. We haven't really seen anything else on Thief. No. And then, last but not least, we have another Fire Celestial Dagger Elementalist.
Awesome. Okay, so if people know, a couple of players you might recognise over here. So we're really seeing a couple of these guys for the first time on the red team. So it should be interesting. They might have a tough fight ahead of them as my dogs start to go absolutely nutbar. Thank you very much for that input. Don't get small dogs, everyone, because they're the most annoying. They're awesome to look at, but they're just really, really loud and infuriating. Anyway, Earthline Staff Elementalist here with Vamp Rune and Celestial, going for that Stone Heart as well, of course. So more protection in this build and survivability compared to the Fire Elementalist. More damage, of course, and still, obviously, the Fire, very, very survivable. Red Kevin is going to be Massey, going to be playing Shadow Arts Thief here as well, DP. And we've got... Oh, is this Kai? No. Khaleesi? Okay. Oh. Is this, who is this?
I have no idea.
No, it's not. Is it? Dagger Elementalist going for the fire line there as well. So we got fire damage Ellie there. Guns and Tools is going to be playing Soldier's Holdback Rifle Engineer with that mortar kit mainly. Not going for the elixirs, so he's not going for... he's still going to be getting the Adept there, but he's not actually got any elixirs himself, other than the elixir coming out from his mortar kit, of course, but that's not going to be useful in that. And he's going for Throw Stimulant there, of course. He's not going for HGH, of course. He's not really got the elixirs for that, but Siege Rounds is going to increase... of course, the extra orbital strike is good as well. If you can get 2 off from that, you can get some nice frost aura as well, some extra blasting there. And then we're going to go over towards the well, I was about to say Bunker Guardian, but it's actually a Burn Guardian here. So we saw this build played at WTS by Freylina. Of course, very kind of slow, but also kind of good on this map because you can get the ports off using, of course, Judge's Intervention. So
some people just want to see the world burn.
Well, especially these guys. It is infuriating and horrible to come up against.
Yep. Yeah, they are. You need condition removal, otherwise you're really just a sad bunny.
So, hello in chat. If you're saying hello, I apologise that I haven't been able to say hello back. We both say hello. Let's go over the splits. We'll have a look into this map. We've seen the Necro on the red team going towards their close point first of all. Mesmer's going to hit on the Treb there as well. So we're going to see the actual clock tower being busted right open. We didn't see that on Saturday, which again, is kind of awkward, especially when we try to get camera angles in here. We're actually going to see... Oh, we're going to see the red team going for a complete focus split over towards this mansion point. Are they going to be able to get Guns and Tools down? There's a good tank actually on point as well.
And they're actually a bit too late. So we have the cap coming out for the blue team. I think the first one missed. The cap coming out, early points coming in, and on the other side, the blue team is looking good against Fu. Half HP, almost out of the death shout, and after that, that's going to be quick work. Blue team went off the trebuchet. Red is sticking with it. Where's it shooting in mid still? I don't know if in a 1v1 that really pays off that much. But by the looks of it, at least a little bit of that caps has been achieved. Fu now with the storm, so it's going to be a double out point cap in a second. Blue team holds themselves very well over on that mansion point. Kawa focused out from Red Kevin already, 2 down. So now they can pretty much roll over the map. And even with the 2 downs, we see no other action except for that trap work from the Mesmer.
Yeah, he really is loving that Trev. I mean, that's probably why they voted for this map first, apparently. I mean, so he's just going to be full on Trebbing. He's still on Treb now as well, but Blue Team will pick up the advantage across the map. Of course, they're outnumbered, so you know they need to think about whether or not this Treb is being fully effective over on
now
that
with
point.
the big mid fight, he's not going for trap anymore.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, but they're focusing for the far, apparently. Maybe are going to get a sneaky res off here. He self-res, so Guns and Tools probably thought, oh, that's sad little guy. But no, he has the assistance. The ninja reses come out. Triple cab as well, but maybe that focus on the far point will give them a bit of an advantage back.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting some nice focus down on Guns and Tools, but it does a good job of line of sighting through that area there, just on the side of the mansion. Still, the focus comes out onto him, while the red team does start to get focused themselves. We're going to see the Paul coming out, and they're going to move back towards mid. That's a good movement for the... That's kind of the movement we should have maybe seen from the red team in the other game as well. So, not only have they escaped,
we have
but
2
they've
downs.
been rotated well over here.
2 downs already. Naka and Kawa both down on the side. We saw Kawa die from the burning damage after going through the portal, so that really can negate the vamp rune.
Yeah, exactly. If they've not got the cleanses available, they were already on point. Amberu was on node and wasn't really around to get those cleanses off of those guys, and I think Amberu is probably going to go down here as well. Looks like we're probably going to see a quick work done for the blue team on this map as it stands currently, and Fu really needs to try and get to a regroup position with the rest of the team. The rest of the team are actually just using him as a distraction tactic, as by the looks they're moving over towards the far point now, not going for a big regroup themselves, as they even start to split here, which is also quite brave of them to do.
Fu's holding out quite well there, so the distraction, if it's supposed to be one, definitely working out for them. Only issue is Blue's not quite falling for it. Right now, Honey, the only one staying back. The rest is grouping up over on that midpoint, where I think at least the Pain Train and also the 2 people already on there will try and do the attack. Guns and Tools going off point. We have the second person, Khaleesi, going on point, so that is covered. Sneaky Thief going over to the side. Red Kevin, no idea yet, but they're both in still. So completely unaware of each other, trying to focus out. The Mesmer gets a bit of the pain back into the face, but Guns and Tools there for the assistance. Oh, the Venom off, but back into stealth. Safe he is. Will he attack the clone? Will he backstab the clone? No, he won't. It looked so tempting.
I mean, there's potential here for the red team as well. Their movement's not bad. They're just not able to get the fights in their favour, and they're actually, you know, their support's potentially maybe not in the right place to actually offer up the cleansing that they would potentially need here over on the red team. We've got the Elementalist over on mid, whereas they started to try and advance now over towards that far point, and they've not really got any support there for them. And the Thief, Kawa is probably going to go down here. The resist might be good, but it looks like they're using a lot of cooldowns to get that up there as well. And Vamform comes out onto Naka there as well, and he has to leave the point for a moment just to regenerate very quickly. And actually Honey as well, almost going down herself, but he's going to be able to regenerate quite well as no real pressure comes out onto her.
Conditions with stacking, by the looks of it, only the Thief splitting off on the side, so we do have the number advantage for the blue team right now, and that really shows. If we have a look at the health bar, already loads of trouble on the red side. Blue just with a regen, with his support, and the burning is going to bring down Azealia. Now condition removal coming out. Now we have 1 person more trying to push down, chasing Guns and Tools. But Guns and Tools still is going to survive at least a little bit.
Yeah, he's good at tanking 1v2 as well. You know, with that mortar kit, like I said before, it gives you some good fields. Nice blinds as well as poison and whatnot on node. It's going to help him out for a little bit of time. He does get the support here as well from Red Kevin as Kawa starts to actually try and move out himself. He needs to get stealthed up and maybe move away and regenerate. Pulls out the Shadow Refuge, but I can see the net coming off from the rifle, and we're actually going to see him go down here. Fu now in a 1v3 situation. Quick finish off there over towards that windmill point as well. I think we're going to see the res coming out for Kawa here as well, Eva.
As immobilized immediately after the knockback, so 4 people down right now. Naka already on the respawn. Guns and Tools showing a bit of mercy, trying to get some damage on the bodies. Maybe also being careful for no insta-reses, but honestly, it's only the Mesmer left on the map, so the potential for any ninja res is really slim in that scenario.
Yeah.
Azealia actually being a bit forward there. The aggression on midpoint could run into pretty much a trap, trying to go for the sneaky back cap. Could in theory get the knockback on Honey, but we see the part of the Guardian coming in. Honey also with the flash back on there. Loads of damage goes into a dodge right there. The burning, not really stacking yet, but now the conditions come out and Azealia is going to go down in the vapor form there. Can't even activate the heal.
Stealth though,
the vapor
at least.
form really just useless with that burning Guardian.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Frey was kind of said quite a few weeks ago actually, that you know the burn guard really negates the vamp rune, and that's what TCG kind of had. They had so many vamp runes that the burning damage that came off that burning guard, you know, would just completely, like you said, negates that vamp rune.
And honestly, it gives you more trouble than it helps you. Normally, you have nice. I can't be insta bursted, but this way you cannot pull your potentially saving cooldowns in the last few percent of HP, and you're going to go down if the stacks are up anyway, so you really need to coordinate that condition removal. Sadly, red team wasn't really able to. We saw a couple of situations, and yeah, that's a 0 points for red. 500 to 0 win on Kylo, which is a pretty rare sight.
It might have been faux fire next, actually. My bad. It doesn't seem to have reset properly.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Now you guys know where I was coming from with asking in the second map in the first game. Did we screw up the rotation?
No, sometimes it just doesn't reset properly.
I think it's your fault.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
It's disgusting. 350 viewers, thank you for joining us for the ESL Weekly Cup number 91. Don't forget that you too can be involved in the ESL Weekly Cup. If you win a series, you do win that mini llama pet, one for each member of your team. If we get 8 teams plus, you have a chance of winning gems if you come first or second, of course. So I urge you to start getting practice in if you do want to join us in this cup. I'm gonna watch.
I really want to play.
Yeah, I do as well. Actually, I might enter some stuff.
Jeb, let's just play one week. Someone else can take over the casting.
Could do that indeed. Could be
you can also get involved in the casting. Not just the tournament. Jump in for Chronic and Jebro so that they can play.
Okie dokie. So, thanks DFTC. Hello everyone in chat again. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed WTS as well. You saw me and Nick doing some things over there. It was very
Terra
exciting.
Squad, I want to emphasize rare sight on Kylo. On Fofire we've seen that not often, but still on Fofire it happens sometimes. Kylo, I can't remember the last time I see it. I genuinely can't. I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Seen what, sorry?
0 point game on Kylo.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, Kylo is still more likely than Niflhel, but I don't remember any 0 point game there.
I don't remember. Why has Matzo changed Thief? Is he gone for critical strikes? No, he's gone for shadow art still.
Maybe just doesn't want to be named Kevin anymore.
Yeah, maybe he's just not keen on the name Kevin. So if you're...
Many people aren't.
Huh?
Many people aren't.
Yeah, apologies if your name's Kevin, because apparently it's not the favoured name. It's not so bad.
I know that at least in Germany and in France, Kevin is kind of a not popular name. People are named that, but most people don't like people that are named Kevin. Apologies to all Kevins out there. I'm betting you're just awesome, probably.
So, we are just waiting for these guys to ready up now, and we will be ready to go. Other than that, we're looking good. Oh, wow. Whew. It's just warm in here, actually. Sorry. Warm and tired. Realization that my window is not open and it's summer. It's been raining like cats and dogs.
Well, honestly, you've got dogs barking inside, so how bad can the sound levels get if your window's open?
Exactly. I just forgot that.
For me, I've got a street right in front of my window, so we would just hear the trucks driving by. And really
Confirmed
loud.
Nick lives at a truck stop.
Yeah. I am actually a truck driver. And 42 years old.
Why do you have to be 42 to be a truck driver?
I don't know. Honestly, like really early when I used to write articles for a German MMO website, and we did this World of Warcraft Let's Play thingy. People hadn't seen my face yet, and they only had heard my voice. And then for some reason, kind of the theory came up that I'm a 42-year-old truck driver. And stories were spun around that. It was weird. It was very weird. Random facts out of my past. Have fun, people.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
The match starts soon.
You guys in chat, you're having fun tonight. That's one thing for sure. Yep, I am top NG, mainly in Spirit Watch, of course, as we go into the map. And have a look at High Five. Spirit Watch is my favourite map.
Oh god.
Happy playing on the blue team here as we watch the splits. Nick's going to give us a rundown on what's going down on the second game between High Five and Happy.
So we have pretty much a mirror opener here. Maybe not with the classes, but it's a 1-3-1 split from both sides. So a long fight's going on the side, but maybe we see a bit of a split off. No, they want to engage for the team fight on mid and maybe want to get the quick focus. Khaleesi already down. Good start for Red here with the first kill. We don't see Res coming out yet, but we do see the preparation. Actually even going for that refuge to get him back up after that downstate vapor form. So all is clean and easy again. Blue back in the game and now in the longer team fight. I feel like, yeah, Red is really having trouble. Carver a bit in positions where he shouldn't be. Matze really on his back. Bring him down. Ambro going for a very optimistic res. That's not gonna happen. Needs the bottom, might actually almost go down himself.
I thought it was a Carver then for a second. I was like, Carver's not here. So we've got the Ranger change up.
Kawa.
Kawa. And we've got the Ranger change up on the blue team as well. We're going to see the Mesmer port their team back over to using that. Oh dear. Not able to. Just jumping down there actually. A little bit below ground. Unfortunately not able to get that res. And we are going to see the Mesmer just survive here and move back over towards this quarry node. Hopefully they can 2v1 here versus Honey.
Both so low and no cooldowns.
Fu did okay versus the Elementalist there, but now can get the +1 and possibly the kill, but that's not going to happen if Matze is over here as well. And they're going to have a few difficulties as they do see the Mesmer go down, as well as Fu elsewhere on the map. Ambro going down, of course, as well as Naka, who is going to be in a 1v2 situation, sorry, and he's going to be taken out here quite early. Free cap comes out for Happy. And they're looking to stretch this lead ahead. And possibly Red Team needs to think about just taking a few points here and regrouping rather than possibly running out into the map as they are. And they were doing in Kylo. Regroup's good, just suck up the points. You're going to lose them. But it's better than actually just going into the map into an outmanned situation. Which is what they're currently kind of doing.
Yeah, blue team now. It's basically, if you go with one person after respawn, and you're kind of telegraphing your next move. It's also kind of the standard move. If you regroup, if you really have a vibe, you go for the all-in on the close point, maybe mix it up a little. I mean, it might be so dated that now no one believes anymore that someone's going to do it, but we have the reaction from the blue team. They are just on it. First kill coming out. Kawa's going to be a hard target to rest. The damage seems to stick, and no real commitment from the red team anymore to get that rest. Who's going to be the next one? Oh, and the Power Ranger is doing its damage. CC comes out. Little stab there in the back from Matze. Now Naka, the only one left. In the meantime, Mesmer trying to use the mobility to his advantage. He has a fiery greatsword and trying to go for the decap on that waterfall to at least get those honor points. We don't want to see a double 0 points loss here for the red team. That would be something for the history books.
Maybe, but I think, you know, again, it's one of those things.
Yeah, that will be the cap. That will be the cap, and we have points, ladies and gentlemen.
Red team able gets to get some points on the board, as Nick says, and now we got Guns and Swords just 1v2ing currently. Actually, as the Ranger comes in from the side. Sorry, was the the Burn Guardian from earlier has switched over to Rangers, so switching into those interesting builds, which aren't probably the most favoured in the game, but again, able to show that, you know, their skill and their own gameplay is good enough to show off the build that they are playing indeed. And Azilia is having a few difficulties over here as Kawa is in stealth, waiting to ready maybe pick up the potential kill, or even pick Azilia up as she goes down here. It's a distortion after she runs away, and a lot of damage comes out from that greasesaw potentially, but that's not going to happen with that distortion up there, of course. We're going to see the Necro trying to go into mid now. They're actually going to get the decap over on Corey, maybe picking up the point if they can 2v1 Honey fast. I'm not sure that's going to happen very quickly if we've got the Elementalist and Necro on that point.
Those aren't really the people to get the fast kill. Right now, it seems like Red Team has moved into the strategy of we're just going to run around a lot, try and get some chaos into this game. Maybe catch the Blue Team off on a mistake. Portal coming out. That's the move over to Waterfall. I almost would have expected actually the Ellie staying there. Yeah, and he goes back. He goes back to keep some people there to, but that's going to put the, so for the decap. That's not bad, but this is putting the Mesmer in a situation where he just can't go for the cab. They're right now just delaying the inevitable.
I mean, just a little bit of positioning there would have been better from the Red Team Mesmer. Just hanging out just on the bottom as we see, you know, if you want to get the decap and just line of sight as they come into the point, it would have taken, the ratio would have had to go on node then, rather than, you know, just kind of ranging from the side, which would have made the Mesmer's life a little bit easier. Probably would have got a few more caps, maybe even a full cap, as the Ranger tries to get the positioning. So again, a little bit just of experience there in that degree of what they could do just a little bit differently here. Of course, they are going against some, I'd say fairly high tier players here in this game, with people who have been involved in the high end scenes. So, you know, again, a tough matchup for them to pick up and to come in quite confidently against, but they're still giving their role. They're not giving up. They didn't give up in the last game either. And they're actually going to get a kill on Sylvania here. Are we going to see the res coming out from the Elementalist? Don't believe so. Quite close, and they get the kill there as well. So that's already a good job there, and able to kind of maybe evolve their gameplay and get a bit of confidence here as they get that first kill and get some more points on the board.
Yeah, that first kill might be the important one, but we already have the down of Fu, so not really gaining a point advantage there, but an overcommitment mid already decapping here. We have two people actually going for the decap and two people waiting for the reaction right now. They could maybe kind of take the advantage of an over-eager Matze if he overcommits to quickly getting the mess up, but he's kind of busy with his Elementalist there.
They're kind of going for a Lord Rush at the moment as well, to be honest, which is probably where they're doing quite well on the map.
That might explain.
We've got the two players from Blue Team, Honey and Guns and Tools, just sustaining our Lord. Tons of interrupts as well. Red Team Food tries to come back.
The damage there.
Is Food going to be able to get anything out of this? I don't think it's going to be possible. Looks like they're going to pick up the Red Lord kill quite easily here, unless he tries to get regenerated. Slow Lord kill here indeed. So sustain the map and pick up the second game. Happy go through to the final versus High Five there. So congratulations to Happy, of course. High Five.
Happy, joy. Anyone remember that video? Dan, or that song? Well, song, very loose definition.
Just making sure that these guys are indeed going to come back. Don't let that kind of a defeat maybe, you know, just put you off, because it's the way to learn, and it's the best way to learn, you know, coming up against these guys. You can see how well they play, and if anything, hopefully it will just urge people to practice their rotational play, their own team play, their own confidence as well, and hopefully we'll see those guys back next week or in future weeks. Been good to see those guys coming out, so that was indeed
be persistent. That's the key to success.
Indeed. So we are going to see Happy Esports Family against Celestial Mode in the final of the ESL Weekly Cup, number 91. So we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll see you very soon. Go now. It's really awkward when that happens. Hello everyone. Follow me.
Hello.
Welcome to the ESL Weekly Cup, where we are in the final currently. Damn it.
By the way, you really need to change your break screen.
Why?
Like, I don't quite know how high the level of troll is, but I'm assuming some people just really don't realize.
Don't realise what?
The confusion of people thinking there's an overlay and the game is on and I can hear you, the music.
I'm pretty sure they're trolling, man.
They're trolling to some extent, but I think they're kind of pulling people into their vortex of stupidity. Which sounds really mean, and I'm not making any friends, but why start now?
Also, yeah, thanks Leo and other people who have mentioned that the WTS was very good and we all did a good job. Everyone involved did an awesome job. It was a good day. It was a really good experience, and the background is just a VOD from an old game, guys. I know you're probably trolling, but just in case people aren't aware.
I know at least one person that wasn't trolling, and yeah, you know him too, Jed.
Oh dear, really?
Yeah.
You can say his name if you want.
But that's not smart.
Okay, cool. No worries. We are going to go into this game. First map is going to be Temple. So, of course, Temple being that happy map. Huh, get it? That is very, very good for the Mesmer, of course. We don't have a Mesmer on either team. So, we are going to see a lot of sustain coming out. We did see from Celestial mode, we're playing Celestial builds all over the shop, other than the NG, who's playing a Soldiers. Ellie, of course, playing Selly, Burn Guard, sorry, on the blue team here. And then we're going to Matse. Sorry, I got the teams mixed up. I actually need to switch that round, so that's my bad. I just started going through blue team as if they were the opposite team, so I'm just going to switch that up there. So my bad, unfortunately. But just reminding you of those builds there. That is the Marauders, DP Thief, Shadow Arts, Burn Guard, played by Ulevi, and then we've got Leon playing that Dagger Elementalist, of course. Staff Elementalist again, played by Honey, and then we've got these Soldiers, Rifle Engineer, played by Guns and Tools. Then we've got Celestial builds over on the red team, which is what I meant, other than the Bunker Guardian, of course, and Boyko, who's going to be playing Marauders, DP Thief, going for that Shadow Arts. Yep, he's still going for Shadow Arts indeed. And we did see the Engineer before, who was playing Celestial as well. So 3 Celestials out of the 5 for this team. Should be the way it goes. Or maybe they're deciding that at the last minute. We'll have to wait and see.
And there's the NG. Wait, did you say he was playing Celestial before?
He was, yeah.
He was? Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I mean... that could have been on the opposite team. My bad. It probably actually Ghost, I think, was playing Marauder, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. I've had to remember so many bloody builds this past week that at the moment, not remembering an amulet on an Engineer is the least of my worries and issues and problems in today's day and age in life. So, and that's the end of that chapter. Ready when you are. Let's get this final on the go. We haven't had the cast for a number of weeks. It's been about 3 weeks since we last casted the ESL Weekly Cup.
Weekly Cup? Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, we haven't really had any recently. So it's good to see teams entering. Of course, if we get 8 teams, then some teams can indeed get some gems. And if you want to gain experience at the moment, this is the best way to do one of the best ways to do it as well. Celestial mode now over in the final. If there was 8 teams, both of these teams would be picking up gems today. So if anything, you want that experience as well as helping these teams get some gems themselves. But of course, the most important thing is you get some experience in the game and against some of these top teams so that you can improve yourself, and so you can even get in contact with these guys and maybe even ask their advice on how indeed to play the builds, to communicate as a team, rotate around the map, whatever you would so wish, because we do have a number of experienced players in here where you can get some great information. So just waiting for these guys to ready up.
By the way, now that you mention it, we haven't had a Weekly Cup in a while, but I actually haven't casted in almost 2 weeks, or more than 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the last Go for we casted, although well, almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That was the last cast I did. Damn.
Well, that's the last cast I did
Vinegar.
in my room.
I'm getting rusty.
Yeah, but that's the last cast I did in my room.
Yeah, you were just all over the place.
Oh yeah. It's pretty crazy.
The Jebro going big time.
Jebro. G-Ref, what's going down, bro? Okay. Nick's got his conquer and his string. He's ready to go with it in his first split.
Don't start again with 8-year-old boys with beards. Okay, but now we gotta go into the game. On the red side we have Celestial, and on the blue side it is Happy.
We're gonna break out into song. Red team looking like they're gonna just be over, they're gonna stuff up here and in their first initial movement. Now, Celestial mode have actually done a lot better in even their initial engagements here. Just today compared to yesterday even, so looking good for them as they stealth move into mid, even with the Guardian as well, and they're trying to pick up the nice damage onto Leon there. He did pick up his elite Fill My Wrath there to try and finish him off quite quickly, and Matze actually going down quite low HP himself. He's going to get regenerated here, trying to withdraw as well to just get some distance as well as them re-engaging. Boyka is thinking about the engage onto the Thief there as well, but Khaleesi does get some just cleave damage as she just pops down to the point. Oh, Boyka almost gets the one up onto Matze then. Tornado comes out as well across the point. It's so messy across this node at the point at the moment. And actually Matze goes down as well. Oh, we can see the possible res coming out. It looks like it's going to be safely res. No cleave coming out as well. We are going to see the mower from the engineer actually coming out there as well. Ghost able to get that elixir off and using the elixir S to just mitigate a lot of that damage that he's coming out there as well across the point.
And now as the mid fight has kind of settled down a bit, we see the Thieves splitting up from the action. Boyka going over for the decap on the altar, whereas on the blue side we see Matze plus wanting the fight. That went on for a while, and with Matze joining in, that's a quick finish to this one. But on the other side, only now the reaction from Guns and Tools, and they lost the cab. So really looking good for Sally right here.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. At least, you know, they got the kill there. I mean, it's kind of reminiscent of what Syndranir did, you know. And now, nice rotation from Red Team as they put the Ellie on point. Perfect firing there as well on node as he's able to get that on point just in case. But now the Boyka is actually kept off node and the Ellie's standing on point. He could have just gone off node very quickly to try and regenerate or at least help him out there. And he's actually going to go into downstate. So a tiny bit of an error there, just an experience thing really as well. Will they be able to get the res here?
Yeah.
We are going to see the Elixir S.
What?
Proc there through the traits, and the res is good. Red team able to pick them up, but Ghost is going to go down here. Are we going to see the res coming out from those guys? The Boyka tries to go in for the stealth res. I'm not sure they know where they are, and we are going to see the successful res of the Guardian. The Guardian gets in the right position again, and they're able to pick up this res. Good from the red team on this node.
But those were some heavy investments into the reses. I mean, they got them up in the end, but there's a lot of cooldowns to that. But nothing big. Now really the turnaround. Khaleesi in loads of trouble. Will he make it around? We saw a brilliant escape in the first opener on mid. Will he do it again? Yes, he's outside of all that trouble over on that point. Now they're actually pushing. They could just try and go for this chase on Guns and Tools, but he's keeping them there. Nice slick shoes. Surprised they ran in like that. Two people caught with his slick shoes. That was a bit unnecessary, that stumbling over.
Actually, High Lord's getting now +2 from the blue team. Now, red team had done a good job over on that auto that they're not able to sustain. And now Buffalo is running straight in. He's got his elite. He's going to pop that straight away for the quick res with the rest of his teammates. They need to try and actually just keep the points contested a little bit more. Although, again, the Boyka going for that decap over on far point. This is a completely different team to what we saw yesterday in the Go For final.
Boyka now, even with the preparation for the buffs,
yeah,
we've seen even some teams in the WTS kind of didn't keep track too much track.
Oh, we're gonna see contestation for this.
Matze
Oh, Matze's coming in.
Not fast enough with the shot. Just out of range with the first one. Goes into the ground. Working his aim there. Double re-stealth with the refuge going on. So the first thief to engage will really put himself in a difficult position. He's trying to grab him. Did he get the blind off? Oh, and that random attack there. The attempt for the re-stealth brought the Basilisk Venom on him. Kind of negated the first bit of Matze's damage. But the second bit, he's just in a short bow. Ranging into the fight a bit. Not really playing it to its full potential, but sometimes you just need to play a bit defensively. But now I think this will evolve back to the Thief 1v1s on the side, and we see the first engaged Stunbreaker use already. They're really playing with the terrain here.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, actually across the map now we have seen blue team taking the advantage. Khaleesi has just been a bit wary that I've got a little bit of catch up to do, but she can push out. Red team members, they are outnumbering across the map now. Pardon me, Guns and Swords still in this 1v1 with the Elementalists here. +1 potentially coming out from a Thief, but they're really... they're dancing around here together. I mean, they're still on each other's case, and at the moment Red Team are just sustaining over on mid. They're trying to keep the Guardian and the Elementalist there in one place so they can actually, you know, lock them down and make sure they're not going to be able to get in a position to res their teammates. But it looks like they're going to start moving over towards Temple, leaving the Elementalist in that position on the mid.
Right now, you could have kind of questioned Honey's and Darnus's involvement in that mid fight still, because they were just on a capped point for the enemy team bunkering it, but they kept 3 people on mid and kind of kept them away from the close point, just completely negating the chance to for any kind of decap.
This is good from Red Team now. They're coming into a point which is it was contested, sorry. They did just get the cap there. And now Red Team need to try and win this fight to get the point. Now this is the problem. When the point's not neutral, it's they how well able to decap and actually get the kills. Now at least Ghost's here, so Ghost can get the decaps if she can get them off the node. But that's going to be the main target for the blue team over on this point as well. As Guns and Swords tries to get the knockdown as well as the
Euphoria. Coming in from both sides here, we have Matze and Honey. Will the CC from Honey knock him down? We have the Earth Armor coming out, and that Earth Wall basically goes into nothingness there. Good damage nonetheless. It wasn't a quick burst there. Over the updraft saves him. Burning Feet coming out, and actually good damage on Matze. He doesn't really need to play defensively, even if he goes down. There's no chance of a quick stomp there for Euphoria. So Euphoria just buying time as much as possible, so at least Boyka can get the decap.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he started to move out before a lot of the damage was done, really, and he'll be able to get the full cap, like you said. And actually, the Elementalist looks like he's going to pull back as well. Buffs in 2 seconds, like Nick said. No one's really in a position for Stillness. Stillness is going to be picked up by Blue Team easy.
And
bottom buff, yeah, as well. No one's in position, really. We needed to see someone start to move. Yeah, easily. And they're going to pick up 6 cap points every time. So this is going to be very interesting now as we come over towards the temple. See if anyone's going to be able to decap. Now, this is going to be good for them to stay... contesting the map as it is, but I mean, you know, Guns and Tools now in a 1v2. We'll be in 2v2 with the Elementalists as well coming over to support, and the blue team are in a great position to just hold the 2 side nodes actually, and this 1v1 at mid should be sustained enough so that if they win one of these side points, they can actually move into mid and potentially get the cap over there.
This was so good for the blue team right there. I'm not quite sure. They lost the Tranquility, completely gave up on that, and then were really fearing that they might also lose the Stillness. Came too late for that, and then we had basically the entire red team balled upon that mid with the Stillness buff, not being able to instantly get the decap on the points, which is kind of what you want if the enemy team contests for that Tranquility. Only getting 1 decap out of that, and blue team being able to hold the entire through the entire Stillness buff, that double cap, that just launched them forward.
Yeah, I mean, they were pretty even at that point. I mean, just literally that wipe of 2 or 3 players on this map around that time of the buff, like even just retreating to a degree and just holding a node, or even no nodes and just re-engaging on the maps as a full team of 5, so that, you know, it's how you play that buff. And unfortunately, because they died around that time, it really, like you said, paid off very well for the blue team. So unfortunately here, although red team are starting to get some kills across the map with Avilia and also and Matze going down on the map as well, maybe we'll be able to see the opposite happen. We've still got 1 minute and 10 seconds left till we see the next Stillness popping up.
And they want to get the follow-up now. I want to get the follow-up now. We already have the respawn of Matze. Darnus still out of it, and they're nowhere close to getting a kill somewhere.
They even got the kill there.
Blue is just in a good position there. Boyka caught out on the side. Matze good in chasing down the thief.
Oh, Guardian's coming in for the res. Is he going to pop the elite? He did. He's going to be at... No, he's so low, but the Elementalist is there as well. Oh, he needs to pop his heal.
Look at that damage on Euphoria, and he's sticking with it. Has the proc, but the conditions are going to bring him down. 2 downs now with the buff coming up in 30 seconds. That still will be the respawn, but this puts the blue team in a great position to get the follow-up kill. And we're looking at Raider over here, because he's going to be the target of Matze coming in. If Honey can land some good CC there, that's going to be a quick end and a brilliant preparation.
I mean, just then, I mean, really, they risked everything just to save Boyka, and they could have sustained well enough until he was back in the fight. They really didn't need to risk it so much then, because that's probably cost them the game, that 3-man wipe. And against that kind of experience where, you know, do we go for the res? He's so low HP, and now Matt has gone down as well. Stillness pops up, and Blue Team aren't even really in a rush to grab that. They're just going to get the kill on Boyka if he's still hanging around. Buffalo comes in as well, knowing that he's not going to be able to do much. We are going to see Boyka go for just the extra damage on Matsu to make sure that Stillness is forced. He's not going to be able to cap that at all. But now Buffalo does bunker down on the Stillness as well. Blue Team 2 cap. They need to get something here. 3-point cap comes out as well.
We have the GG coming out.
Ah, we do indeed.
From Red. They know when it's over. And this, to be fair, was kind of over. We've seen ridiculous comebacks. They do happen.
Not bad though.
This was, yeah, the opener was really good. They did well in the big team fight on mid. But as soon as the buffs came out, they were just a bit lost on the map. Who was it that picked this map? Do we know?
I don't know actually. Maybe Celestial Mode actually, probably. Not too sure. We can ask.
Let's do just that.
You can ask actually.
Yeah, I can. Keep the people entertained.
Hello,
Dance
people.
for them, Monkey Boy.
The people. The people.
Don't sing, please.
No. God damn it. Good to see you guys. Thank you for joining us for the ESL Weekly Cup final. Don't forget, I'm going to do a gem giveaway. After we have finished the final, you'll do a gem giveaway indeed. So make sure that you're following the channel for a chance for that to happen. There's 400 of you in this channel at the moment. So make sure you're following the channel for a chance to win a 800 gem code. I know there is only one, I'm afraid, for today. But seeing as we haven't been around for a couple of weeks, I thought I'd try and sneak one in for you. And that's exactly what we're going to do right at the end. But you've got to be following the channel to have a chance of that happening. And if you're not, you will not win.
Okay. It looks like we had an accidental pick of Temple from the red team.
Oh well. That happened. Oh well. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh wait, it wasn't. Maybe it'll be fine in the next game. You never know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, up to the buff, it looked good.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad for them in the end. I mean, their comp's not too bad for it at all, actually, to be honest. I mean, you know, they've got other than, you know, it's not the bunker guard, it's the necro instead, and you've got the abjured there. So, you know, I mean, it's not too bad at all. The Guardian can't really sustain 1v1s. Obviously, it's better to have the necro in a 1v1 than a bunker guardian, so he needs to be in supportive roles more often. So they're a little bit more split up that way, and they're forced into more of a team fighting orientation, but still not too bad.
Did you just say on where can you swap what to get which?
Where?
Never mind.
Where can you swap what to get which?
You just said if you swap out the bunker guardian, I think...
You get Nos, you get a necro, and you got the abjured.
Ah, okay.
So then, you know, it's a different way of playing, of course. But
you can also swap out one of the allies and you have orange.
Yeah. No.
Oh, no, you can't. Never mind.
The old...
Never mind.
No, and an older orange logo, maybe.
Yep.
Then she was playing on NG. And someone else, Blackjack, was playing on Ellie, and yeah, other times. Old times. Back in the day. It's going back in time.
In the ye olde times.
So we can go when
which
ready.
is completely nonsensical.
Nonsensical indeed. So, yeah, but in this also if you want to enter the Weekly Cup, oh, I've lost it this week. If you want to go, I'm tired. I've been away for 2 weeks. I've just come back and literally my laundry is everywhere. It's pretty big. But yeah, if you want to enter the Weekly Cup as well, just so you know, there is a map voting system, so it is very interactive. The good old ESL Weekly Guild Wars 2 Cup. Now on 91 weeks. This is coming up for 100.
I thought you were gonna go for radio on 91.2.
No.
Coming to you, the ESL Weekly Cup. With Rock in the morning.
Oh my god! Happening. 2 weeks. It's only been
Second game.
You go for the splits because you're being
Okay. and for the splits, we actually have the close point defense here for the red team. While blue, this is very split up. This is going to end up in like small scrimmages, but no, red for the defense. They didn't quite bank for this. Blue wanted to go for the 3 small team fights, but Khaleesi Leon is going to be in a bit of trouble. Going for the escape immediately, hunting for the support, maybe a bit of CC if people try and go for the chase. Buffalo mid already down, and that could be good. Now they're just turning it around. We have the stomp, and that was the command to push.
Yeah, pushing a little. You can see red team now to 1v2 in favour of the red team here over on the quarry node now, as that stuff really blocks all my sight completely. And now Botica is in a bit of a situation where he needs to try and get back over towards the waterfall maybe and back up this point over on the other side of the map. Does actually stop for a moment there, unfortunately. Just lags himself. Now gets back over to, he's having a couple of issues there, unfortunately. And now as we see Matt going into the downstate, comes towards the Bunker Guardian, of course, pops that elite. And yeah, he did mention to me that he had some issues yesterday. So, the fact that he's used his elite in nearly every single res and managed to get most of them, at least 80% of his res is up, I'd say that, yeah, probably had a couple of problems and issues yesterday with his resing, but, today seems to be a little bit more
spot here, but Euphoria is going to give up the cab right here. Honey went fast, and even the Fiery Greatsword couldn't quite salvage the situation. Tried to go for it with all the might, even popped the Earth Armor. Now it's a 1v1, and actually looking good for Euphoria in the 1v1, but I doubt that it's going to stay a 1v1 unless we see what we see right now, and blue team just completely committing to the fight on Waterfall.
Yeah,
this is very unsafe.
Now, Unive can actually push towards the waterfall. As soon as she sees Ghost moving over towards the waterfall and they've got eyes on them, you push in as well. Look, you're seeing it right now. Just as a Guardian, oh no, he's going to see him now. Now he can push. He's going to start running in right now. So we're actually going to go into his perspective and see who he bursts upon. It's probably going to be the Ellie because Matt's very low himself. Does actually burst right onto him. Pulls him into Vampering straight away, but he's getting regenerated. Good support from red team here as now Khaleesi gets pressured as well. But Matt, too much for him in the end. We are going to see the possible res coming out for the red team. Good job as they're able to get him back up and potentially think about pushing back onto the blue team as they've used a lot of cooldowns in terms of their damage. And the Guardian might actually be a good target here, but Ghost still being main focus target here as well. But Buffalo tries to get some body blocking damage in there as well, and the Elixir S comes out. They need to get their own damage back onto the blue team. This is the problem here. They're always surviving and they're going to run out of cooldowns soon. They must do, surely.
Run now. Buffalo run. Buffalo run. You have no point in being there. The mid cap is there, but you're going to go down before you can defend, and then you have the Thief left with the defense off the point. If we had the disengage a tiny bit earlier, then we would have had people defending the mid cap, potentially with kind of a reset fight, and the Thief in the position to +1 the back note, where we would have seen a quick kill of Honey.
Oh, he should have gone already, really.
Didn't quite play out as well as it could have.
To be honest, as soon as they started to die there, he should have just moved over to Quarry anyway, because at least it would have taken him a while to get over here, and Honey might have had some difficulties, would have lost the cap there for sure. But now mid, he's just running into a point which is going to be capped anyway. 3-point cap's going to come out for blue, and again, that fight where they lost 2 or 3 members there over on that waterfall has just cost them the map control, and they need to regroup here rather than push out singly as they are already.
Have Mats on the gate. He's prepared.
That's optimistic.
It's very optimistic. Well, the triple cap is there, but he could also put himself in a position where he basically presents himself as an entry kill. Yeah,
I mean, he's just stabbing at the gate at the moment. Yeah. It's a bit awkward. He's just knifing a gate. Anyway, Honey comes into the point here as the red team start to group up on this node. They need to try and get Boyka when he's back on the... He is back on the map here. Needs to try and get over... There we go. He's starting to move across the map now. Red team members starting to push over towards Waterfall mid as they respawn and get back into the map as well, of course. Could get the quick decap mid Boyka there. He will do that indeed. And then probably move over for the +1 on Waterfall. Unless the Elementals can maybe distract a little bit here. But the points, like we said before, that free cap very powerful and strong, although still no stillness means that, you know, it's not going to be as many points as they got before. We're going to see the Elixir X pop here from Ghost, and he's going to be able to get that Rampage from, so he's going to remain in that for a while to pick up any extra damage possible, which doesn't happen. Immediately goes into Elixir S there. As we see static field dropped on the point by Honey there, and also Ghost is going to get the heal off, but the burns are real. Look at the 8 stacks. How many ticks there? What is that damage? At least 2k on the last tick there. That is intense for the engineer to handle, and that's really with no cleanses left as well. Let's just see if he's running. Oh, res by Buffalo. Might be able to get it here. Just pop off his elite as well.
Gonna get it. Only 1 second burning on there right now, and they're moving into the mid fight. I feel like Blue team is kind of getting a bit careless. They're not taking it too seriously right now. I feel they're a bit all over the place. They're kind of pushing into the far node and just leaving mid open, which is why we have this mid fight again, where actually Red might pick up the node Honey on it last second. And we do have a couple of tanky people, and they actually get the damage in a 3v4 here to get Euphoria down. That's not going to be the Storm. See him back up. That's just too many people rezzing. But the 6 shoes come out. And now we see the last minute pop of the 13 seconds of burning. Will not give Euphoria even the slightest sliver of a chance to come out of this one alive.
They need to go to sides to a degree. They need to get the thief out there to the sides. He's on the 1v1 with Matze over on the Waterfall, which is all well and fine, but unfortunately it means that the red team are just gonna, they might get this cap in the end. And now, oh, good Buffalo, awkward charge, trying to get up there, and does a good job in the end. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to sustain himself very well here. Even tries to pull out that Empower, but it does use his shout just as it pops out, and does is able to actually survive there as Ghost comes out with a nice heal himself and able to regenerate him. We're going to see another Elixir X pop by the engineer there as it pops out into that Rampage, of course, and it's still got a lot of pressure, and that burning is real. As soon as he comes out, that goes into Elixir S as well. Quick res, and the red team survival is very good.
It was nice and quick, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they can sustain this now, High Lord can now move back into mid after the cap, and they can just get slowly tick the points away to come back. But it's really, I mean, that's 300 points just under. That they need to
yeah,
pull back.
the issue is, I mean, not only is it 300 points, but also we're just really close. They can't give up anything unless they want to let them have the 350 point mark, and they're already sitting on an open gate. So this is really, they need to fight for everything as if they're losing pretty much now, because I'm sure Blue team will go for the Lord Rush. If Matze prepares the gate that early, they'll go for it.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, I was just looking at the chat as well, because it looked like, I'm not sure what they were doing, talking about GGs or in the game. I mean, I know that they're not quite behind at the moment. It might be good for them to just continue to try and just, you know, compete with them on these caps, because they're getting the decaps here, and what you said, I think, before as well, maybe them underestimating the red team here and how their potential to team fight and also survive and sustain. But their killing potential, it feels like they just need... Bunker Guard and 2 Ellies. It's quite tanky for what we're having in the meta at the moment. I mean, I know we've got the, you know, the Signet Necro build. Pardon me.
Oh, and never let you up is actually leaving Boyka behind, and Boyka kind of gets out of it alive. Will now not get the attack, so we have the cap back over for Blue. I think he tried to get out of stealth. Now we have the rotation for them to sustain this fight a bit more. It's a +1 of the Guardian, which sadly in this matchup they could have actually used. Like, normally, I'm not sure you want to have the Bunker Guardian in that fight. This should be something you either want to get out of and try and sustain it with one person, or +1 with a bit of damage source to get it over quickly.
Another res. Is this going to happen? 2 downstates come out for red team. Both res as well successfully. And it looks like the red team are going to be able to sustain on this map. Free cap comes out for blue. A little bit of miscommunication by the teams, as it seemed it was a bit of a GG miscommunication. I'm not sure how that really happens. But hey ho, red team are going to continue here. They're not going to give up currently. A couple of lag issues as well going on for that team as well. As we seem to have Celestial Road having a few problems. But of course that is part and parcel of this live tournament environment. As Khaleesi now under a lot of pressure herself goes into that VAT form, and should see how to see red team pick up the 2 side nodes actually.
Yeah, blue team the Lord.
Yeah, there is also that.
That
Lord
might be a
down
quick
to
end to the
50.
tower. We saw a bit of complaint about
40%.
lags here and there.
He's going to be
Yeah.
down now.
Red team got a
He will.
capture
He will.
point.
Oh,
There we
goal.
go. Triple cap for red in the end.
Wins a capture
Not
point.
really going to do much for them when the game is over. Lord falls and that's the victory. And we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed we do. Pardon me. Woo. So, happy, able to take that 2-0, and we actually had a tournament today. We had a ESL Weekly Cup, and that is what matters.
Yes.
What would have been very good is if we had 2 teams and these guys would have walked away with some gems. But other than that, they got some competition. They got some llamas as well, because no matter what happens, llamas are part and parcel of the tournament, at least. And we are going to move...
Llamas are love. Llamas are life.
They are indeed. Okay, so let's have a look. Is everyone ready to have a bit of a gem giveaway?
Oh damn, he
Sure,
said
you're
it.
Following the channel to have a chance of winning some gems.
Need to follow the channel. If you don't follow the channel, you don't have a chance of winning those sweet, sweet gems.
You had an interesting day today then, did you?
This is getting so weird right now. I
You've
love
been
it.
more random than me.
Well,
Scares me.
well, I think we're both on a good level of weird.
Yeah, it's true actually. Okay, so guys, all you have to do to participate is following the channel and say something in chat. It can be whatever. No, actually. You just have to say like hi or just be active in the chat. I should have set
That's
this
a
off earlier.
random active user giveaway, you say?
Yes, as of now. So you just say whatever you like and want in chat. And someone's obviously going to say whatever you want in chat. And then,
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
You are too predictable, people.
Indeed. Indeed.
Jebro knows your mind.
Okay. Nick's creeping me out.
Success. Yes. You know what really creeped me out?
Mm-hmm.
The picture of Rom apparently kissing your head.
Yes.
That was on stream, right?
Yeah. I was meant to. I was streaming the just the stream. It was just a game
Yeah.
stream. And I'd already done it, and evil. I'd already done it, and basically I saw Rom and I saw Denshi, and I was just like, I said to Grouch, Josh, can we just make the camera bigger, and so I can just do an interview?
The interview. I didn't see all of it, so that might have been the reason why I missed the baldness kiss.
Yes, and they wanted to kiss my head for some reason, so
Apparently, it didn't do much for them.
yeah, apparently it wasn't very
Your
lucky.
head does not bring luck.
Well, it was the wrong day. They should have done it on the day, not the day before.
Oh damn. Luck wears off.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's a day thing, right? I mean, you can't just get away with that for the rest of your life. you gotta be following the channel as well. Love the close games. Well, the way to get experience is to come in and fight these teams. So anyone that's moaning about those non-close games is welcome to come and give it a try, because in my opinion, those guys have got the guts and balls to do it in the first place. So if you want to criticize, then you can criticize all you want, but don't criticize until you've actually got in here and done it your bloody self. So thank you for the teams that came in.
I want
and
to get
did
in there and do it my bloody self and get my behind whooped.
Yeah.
Which is probably going to happen, but still, it's fun. I play very rarely in tournaments, but when I do,
We lose.
it's fun. And I lose, yeah. It's fun, and I lose. But it's still fun.
My head is definitely not cursed, Ezra.
No, it's
Not recently.
magic.
It's magical. Turned into a princess, wow.
If what?
Princess brighter than your
Chat
future.
is really getting weird.
Uh,
I mean, probably kind of because of us, so
yeah, it's-
no fault to the chat.
Okay, only 99 people have entered this competition so far. You just got to say something in chat and follow the channel to be involved with the Guild Wars 2 800 Gem Code giveaway official for this evening.
Brought to you by Jebro.
Yes, and dancing people
The
in chat.
Jebro. Wait, what? What did we just hear?
I was just clapping. Well, people
Ah,
see
okay,
me
that
clapping on stream.
did. Ah, okay, yeah, I can't yet.
Wow, Nick. Wow, just wow.
So I adjust my imagination.
Yeah, it needs to stop.
needs to
Your
stop.
imagination is just bad.
Oh,
Hey, we just hit 100, which means I'm gonna roll, and that's gonna be the end of that chapter. The winner following is gonna be Ristilaf. Sorry. You will be sent your gem
Wait.
code.
Rusilla.
Ristilaf.
Ah.
Ristilaf. Ristilaf.
I wanted to do really creepy TH there, but my mic didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
Damn.
Before
I'm just fascinated reading this chat.
I didn't win. This is rigged. Evo, don't be sad. You had the emotes for a while. Okay, guys, I'm going to send that gem code to Ristilaf as soon as possibly can. Like right now.
The
pretty
Jebro.
much. The Jebro. Let's make sure I do that correctly. We'll try and do another gem code next week if I have some codes available. So that's another way you can win some gems. So you can stick around and grab that. Ristilaf, I sent you your code, as in sending now. So
Damn,
congratulations on 800 gems. Can't send the message without a subject. You are rubbish.
Did you write that?
No.
Is it the subject? You are rubbish. That'd be a pleasant surprise.
I'm not gonna write that now.
Wait, how many gems does he win? 800?
800, yes.
Yeah, share with the people. Everyone gets 2.
Everyone gets 2 gems, thanks to Nick. That really great amount of generosity that Nick has. Okay, guys, so I've casted quite a lot this week. I'm pretty much done for today, the week. But go for ESL Go for Guild Wars 2 Cup EU on Sunday, NA on Sunday as well, as we finish off. Well, we carry on the Guild Wars 2 sPvP scene until we wait and see what is going to be happening next. Will it be another World Tournament Series? Will it be something to do with leagues? At the moment, we don't know. But I'm sure it's going to be very interesting. Something you want to see the teams getting involved with. So make sure you sign up for the Go4s. Make sure you sign up for the weeklies. Make sure you get into tournaments anywhere you can. And prepare yourself for the upcoming league seasons. Which, of course, you know, we will get information, more information, in-depth information about, obviously, before the expansion comes out. So make sure you're going to get involved in all the practices you possibly can. Now is the best time to do it. Especially entering into the weeklies and whatnot, because I think some of the higher end teams are actually having a bit of a break, so you might be able to get a little bit further than you might have expected. Celestial Mode got into the final this week as well.
Llamas.
And get those gems as well. I mean, you can get into the final quite easily, but if we need to get 8 teams plus signed up to get the gems, you don't need to get 8 teams plus signed for the llamas, so you just need to win a series. So obviously 10 people got llamas today, so that was the least they got, and Celestial making a ton of experience as well as some practice for the team of Happy. So other than that, is there anything else we need to say, Nick?
No, we can leave.
Good, because I need a coffee. Let's see you soon, people. Thank you again. Don't forget to follow the channel. Thanks for joining us again. See you soon.
Goodbye.